The Absolute Universe is here with Absolute Batman #1. It's a chunky issue that manages to do a lot while also taking its time. It establishes a threat, a cool new status quo, and a decent chunk of characters while giving us plenty of action scenes where Batman is simply the coolest. But it's not the Batman you know. Spoiler warning for anyone who didn't read it or hear about any of the previews. Spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so there are 3 things about this Batman that fundamentally sets him apart from just about every other version of Bruce Wayne. He is not rich, he's middle class, likely on the low end of the spectrum, maybe even considered lower class. I didn't really give us a breakdown of his money situation, but he's clearly not a rich guy anymore. He also still doesn't kill, but he's far more violent and brutal than even the darkest of Batman have ever been. Most importantly, his mother is still alive. Turns out that both of Batman's parents don't need to die for him to become Batman. One dead parent is enough. I point out these 3 things because it establishes 3 different levels of conflict that have been missing from Batman comics. Classic Batman is a father, and there isn't a sort of powerlessness that comes with being a parent judged by their child. Of course, parents want to live up to their child's expectations, but the best of parents, and even some of the worst, know that's just not possible. Batman rarely tries to pretend otherwise, and that leaves the drama of his personal life a bit lacking, at least in the family department. And outside of love interests that don't go anywhere, Bruce Wayne has become the mask. Not because of the story writers want to tell, but because the man behind the mask has nothing going on but the mask. With his mother alive, we can expect to see the drama of keeping a secret identity and trying to live up to the ideals of someone actually alive to save them. Batman can't interpret and misshape his parents' beliefs when she's right there. Importantly, Absolute Batman #1 also establishes that this Batman is still one who doesn't kill, understanding this core necessity of the character. At the same time, this book isn't afraid to push Batman's morals, allowing him to be a character who can dispense justice with a bit more finality. Let's just say that one criminal could certainly use a hand after tangling with Batman here. And finally, making Batman a regular Joe in terms of class brings Bruce Wayne down a peg in a much needed way. While Batman still works as the one rich guy using his money to help people, the way billionaires behave today is stretching our ability to accept this, idea. It seems almost crazy that Batman would exist anywhere with the way the real world works. Sure, the main universe Batman isn't a billionaire anymore, but that's a name only. We have yet to see Bruce Wayne work to pay the bills through a job many people have had and can understand. Batman, for once, is actually kind of relatable, or at least the way he's built up here, we expect him to be relatable. And I expect the rage that fuels this Batman to be one I expect to relate to far more than I have to any Batman before him. So I'm very high on Absolute Batman #1. It's a solid, compact issue that's amazing on its own, and one I can't wait to read more of. If you want something new, fresh, and rich in what makes a story interesting from Batman, this is a can't miss book.